Welcome everybody to the 4th Chinese Knowledge Seekers Workshop presented by the Keshe Foundation, and we'll have connection with people from the Chinese sector that have many questions to ask Mr. Keshe. And Mr. Keshe is in southern Italy at this point, and he's willing to have a workshop. I think it'll be for an hour and 15 minutes, something like that. And we have questions on reactors for world peace, GANs for plants, and some other technical questions. So without further ado, let's go right into the workshop, and we'll get the latest from Mr. Keshe and then questions from the Chinese folks. Do you want to translate that, somebody? Thank you.
欢迎大家来到第4次中国网络教学。这次呢，我们有开始先生，他是在意大利的南部，然后给我们就是说这次进行这次教学，然后在这次教学可能我们大概要持续1个小时15分钟的样子。然后凯尔先生可能会给我们一些个新的关于的介绍，还有一些个关于反应器的问题。好了 ，OK， go ahead.
Mr. Keshe, would you like to go ahead at this point? Not getting a response from you, Mr. Keshe. Maybe the microphone.
Yes,
Oh, there we go.
First
Thank
of all, if you can hear me, I see some problems in online.
It's coming.
If you can hear me, there is some problem here. I don't know. There is a problem in the background. I'm trying to find out what it is. The program's running in the background. There's something happening here.
Right.
Okay. We have managed to what do you call it? Try to organize this workshops the way it should be done, but it takes time. First of all, I do apologize for the delay for today's workshop.
點解會後悔啊？啊，點解重嚟啊嘛？重會你重節度啊？啊，就冇啊。你講我係點解咁後悔啊？你
There are people talking. Val?
對啊。那容易咧，容易
Can you mute,
出
please?
事啊！我哪會知？你講我係已經講到超過啊！對啊。我都靠你。
Rick, can you remove him?
Thank you.
现在是开始先生掉线了，然后再等他连接回来吧。
Yeah, I know. It's just the connection that they're at. They're in southern Italy right now. Can you try bringing them back in?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm back. Somebody is uploading something somewhere.
Not here.
Not here. Okay, no problem. We are back on again.
Oh, there
Is
was a
one of
couple of
the-
files. There was a couple of files before. That might have been causing a problem.
Okay, so we are ready. Sorry about this delay. Sometimes we run into these problems with the live stream. We've seen it a few times. I do apologize.
This is the internet. Come on, Mr. Kesh.
Can we start?
Yes, let's go at it again here. Sure. We're ready to begin with whatever you'd like to discuss there, unless you want to launch into questions right away.
Yes, no problem, because we don't make a program for announcing things, so as we do with other things, we can start here. I do apologize, as I was saying before we go live, for the delay. The delay for today was primarily, partially, by the look of it, in the Sensano, because of some link-up problems, and I am late by about over an hour, because as you know, we are setting up the university and the institute, and that's what we've been tied up with most of the day today here. If you want to translate.
开始先生说，就是说，对不起，对于今天的这个延迟，因为现在在这个南边在就是说太空学院和这个大学在谈论这个就是事情搬家的这个合作的事情，目前为止呢，没有什么就是说可以公布的，所以就是说，而且线有点不稳，所以一直在延迟，就是跟大家表示道歉。
The university building, which is allocated for the Keshe Foundation SSI, is literally 21st century setup, and we've seen it today for the first time internally. It's been relocated. A new section of the university has been given to us, and it literally looks like a spaceship upside down, but in a angular way. And I think very soon we release the pictures and we open the lines for registration. As I know, a number of Chinese Keshe Foundation supporters have asked to join the institute directly here.
我们今天就是第一次到了这个就是这个给我们大学里边给我们 SSI 的这个建筑里边，然后这个是有一个就是我们的21世纪的就是这种样式非常好，还有就是说
Carry on.
Okay, go ahead.
And the conditions for the students as masters and undergraduates is exactly in line with the rest of European nations. If you are coming from China or you want to join the institute, you have to be accepted, and through the acceptance letter you have to arrange your visa to get entry to the foundation, a space institute.
OK，这个学院的话，就是完全按照欧洲的这种就是正常的这种模式标准。如果有任何学生想申请来读这个 就是硕士学位，或者其他的学位的话，可以直接就是申请签证。
Do not come to Italy hoping that you'll get accepted by the institute, the university, as everything has to be done through the correct channels for visa as a student entry and everything else which gets organized through the university.
这个不要就说直接就来这里边，然后就好像可以直接上学了。这个是需要就是通过学校的话，按照一系列这个手续来申请。
Okay, any questions or what would you like to ask?
有什么问题吗？今天大家想问什么问题？
We do have an interesting question here to start things off, which goes, I would like to confirm if the reactors of the star combination are only the reactor or reactors that can promote world peace, and how to use them to bring the most efficiency for reaching world peace. I don't know if that was clear, Mr. Kesha. They want to know if the star combination is the only combination for world peace.
The star combination is not. The star combination, first of all, is for what we call non-dimensional reactors. And physical reactors, which we use, these are for physicality. When you create the free plasma, which can only be done with 3 beta plus 4 reach the totality, but that's a different structure. You need, yeah. The 4 core reactors, there are 5 core reactors and 6 core reactors are for the creation of what we call free plasma, and one combination is common denominator reactor, which is totally we have not taught and is for the future. But the star formation for reactor is the connection between the emotional and the physical part of the body, where the free plasma is needed to be able to reach the common denominator of the human structure, body, emotional part to achieve peace. Is there another combination? Yes. You better translate. I forgot.
OK，这个反应器的话，就是线性组合呢，只是一种组合，就是可以有4个反应器组合，或者5个反应器组合，或者6个反应器组合。这些组合呢是为了产生一个自由等离子体，然后这些个所有自由等离体有一个公共的就是这个因素，便于控制吧，然后也有其他的组合，但是我们现在还没有就是说介绍。Okay, go ahead.
The way to achieve peace is to bring the physicality and the emotional part together, and that can only happen when you create a second structure for this purpose. That structure we will explain in a coming time how is to be built. but you need the star formation for initial steps of the world peace. The reactor you see on the table, this is in conjunction with another reactor on top, creates a new formation for us. And this allows us to produce a different combination for world peace. We explain this in the coming time.
OK， 和平主要是说，我们达到和平的状态是需要这个我们物质和情感的这个一个平衡，对于就是说用于世界和平的这个反应器，我们会将来会设置出另外一套系统。目前的话呢是用这个星星组合，然后我们大家现在看到桌面的这种就是6个反应器，这种组合是为了可以得到就是说达到不同的效果，可以有不同的组合，就是说可以做出就是用6个反应器可以做出不同的这种组合效果。
Next question.
Mr. Kesh, there's a second part to that person's question, which goes like this. The plasma within the reactor or reactor combinations, or perhaps the free plasma, is connected, you've mentioned it's connected with a soul. So is this soul a new one that's created in this process, or is it an existing soul that gets connected to?
It is. This is a connection with the emotional part which gets connected to the soul, and everything you create is new. It's like a child. When you create a child, it's new. The soul comes from the interaction of what came from the father and the mother. In this case here, you have 4 reactors with 4 different materials combinations. But has a limitation.
下一个问题就是说，当你造一个就是反应器的话，有一个等离子体，这个是说有一个灵魂。那么问题就是说，这个灵魂是新的呢，还是说原来的，或者组合的这个就是说你怎么样这个有一个联系？开始回答说，你任何一个这个就是说新造的这个一个灵魂都是一个新的，就像你的就是父母给一个小孩新出生，那么这个灵魂也是新的，是由这种就是父母的这种组合。
Next question. Hello? Can I explain something before we go to the next question? The Chinese Keshe Foundation, the people who did the testing for the vegetation, and they showed their films in the first workshop. As you know, the Keshe Foundation initiated a seed testing project about 5-6 years ago, and then we did the second one on a scientific basis, tried to do it that way, we financed it. And the paper for this research or for this development is complete, it's just ready to be, what you call it, corrected. And then it'll be published, and I think it'll be very interesting for the Chinese agriculture group to read this paper when we release it in the next couple of weeks, hopefully. It contains a lot of pictures, and it shows a lot of things from the scientists who's tested them, done the, what do you call it, the testing.
My
Are you there?
Yeah, but I didn't hear much because the sound is breaking up. So I will translate later, probably.
Okay, let me explain to you that for the Chinese agriculture group, there is a paper which is getting released by the foundation. We initiated and we financed this trial about 4 years ago. And the paper of the first agricultural trials, which is done by independent scientists from the Keshe Foundation, is going to be released in the coming next week or two. It carries a lot of pictures and a lot of, insight in the application of the, the CO2 in agriculture. And it contains a large number of pictures that everything can be followed by the agriculture group to see what it is and what they think. You can translate.
OK，凯士先生说，凯士先生说，就说在下边几周之内，凯士基金会发表一篇新的文章。这篇文章呢，就是说关于农业方面的，有一些个我们中国做的工作，也有一个就是在几年前，凯士基金会资助的一个在比利时就是说的科研项目，这里边会有很多照片。
Lisa, maybe you could ask the question regarding the pictures of the plants with the CO2 added. It'd be a good time now to ask that question. I've got the pictures up.
I don't think she can hear you. I think she's dropped off.
Those two pictures, the plan was one was before applying spray the carbon the CO2 gas. The one at the bottom after spray show the effect of the CO2 gas.
Can you explain the difference? What is the difference?
It's just the one at the bottom is more healthier, and also green and looks strong.
Yeah, you're breaking up there, Lisa.
The first one looks.
Lisa's breaking up, but you can definitely see the difference in colors with the lower picture of the GANS application seems to make a much darker green, which usually indicates better fertilization or better production by the plant.
We will. Let me announce something which will be interesting to some people. In the coming weeks, the foundation, once we finish the signing of the documents here within the next, God knows, more or less hours and days, we will launch immediately 3 spin-off from the Keshe Foundation. And one of the spin-offs, which is a company, will do the research and development for for water cleanup. Second one is for the soil. Third is the agriculture, which means with what we have here and what facilities we provide in the spin-off side, we will release a lot of information. We are looking for scientists who want to do development in this section, and so they can apply for a place as a master's leading to the spin-off directly, which means you learn and at the same time you develop the technology on the three lines. And the other point which is important for the foundation, we will announce in the coming days the health spin-off of the foundation, which means a company will be set up to develop and further organize the health application of the technology. And these 3-4 spin-offs, I think will be a lot of interest for it for the Chinese community to join us. You want to translate?
在下面几周内，我们可能会有一些东西公布。Can you hear me? No.
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello. Okay. How about now?
Yes, we can hear you.
OK. 在下面，就是说我现在基本上在念一下那个是就是小何翻译的吧，因为我听得不太清楚。他说可能有要建一些分支机构用于处理水啊、土壤还有农业方面。然后呢，我们在下面一些几天内会有一些个重要的事情就是公布关于医疗方面的就是应用。然后中国的这个公司呢，可能就是说会加入我们。好了 ，OK。
We lost Lisa again. Hello, Lisa. Are you there, Lisa?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, but a problem with your line today. Okay, ask me the other question. What was the next question?
下一个问题。
我来提问。这个是天地人朋友的一个问题。那么他说的是我们目前所做的干丝里面有比较大的一部分是金属氧化物。那么在反应器里面是需要怎么样一个这个就是这个纯净度的一个干丝？那么这可能是他的一个问题。Lisa。
Okay. This is a question is about the GaNs. The GaNs we obtained now are mostly metal oxides of GaNs. So in the reactors, what kind of GaNs we need, and what's the difference? Use different gases.
If you use a coated plates, you get a pure CO2 GaNs. What you have as a metal or other component of the GaNs, it still carries a CO2 connection. What we have seen is an what do you call it, like a CaCO3, which has got a CO2 combination on it. Depends on what you pick from where you pick. There is some nickel CO3, CO2 as well. But if you use the top layer of your liquid and spray your plates, both of them, the coated and non-coated, with silicon and use distilled water, you get 100% CO2. That's more or less pure CO2 you get, and then you can apply it for that purpose. if you have GaNs material which the GaNs has reached the level of the copper plate, nanoplate, or copper plate or nickel, then you get some metal addition to the CO2, which becomes a Ca3. CO3 then is partially CO2 with the oxides of the oxygen and calcium or nickel or copper on it. So to get this pure CO2 to apply for the reactors, use distilled water and coat your plates with silicon that there is no way material can come in touch with the water to allow the process of detachment of the GaNs from the plates. And so what you create is just a field, which is equal to the CO2, and you get a pure CO2.
我们现在就是做的这个干丝的话呢，基本上呢，如果你做二氧化碳干丝的话，就是就是做干丝的话，基本上都会有这个二氧化碳干丝在里边。然后呢，如果我们把这个2个电极的话都用 silicon， 就是都用硅胶来喷涂的话呢，然后你用蒸馏水，你就会得到特别纯净的二氧化碳干丝。如果就是说你这个水的这个层，就是说到了这个跟这个板子上边的话呢，有的时候会得到这个就是根据你不同的这个电极板会有不同的这个氧化物，比如说是镍呀或者锌，但是呢就是说整体的来说还会是二氧化碳干丝。然后如果你得到这个纯净的，就是说用那个硅胶密封这2块板，然后用蒸馏水，那么你得到纯净的这个二氧化碳干丝，可以作为一个参考。
A lot of like nickel or copper, which you see in your GaNs mixture, is mainly has happened if you look at your plates on the plate and then it drops off to the bottom, or when the end of the plate is touching the GaNs layer at the bottom of the container. And these, if you avoid, you get a pure CO2. You want to translate?
I didn't hear clearly. 如果你的这个就是说镍或者铜会得到这个氧化物的这个干丝，然后其他的我之后再翻译吧。现在就是说我没听清。Okay, go ahead, Mr.
The next question.
好的，那么下一个问题是来自宇宙粒子的一个问题。这个问题是，二氧化碳干丝可以匹配这个和人体的氨基酸的磁场相匹配，那么CH3 干丝也应该能匹配人体的氨基酸的磁场。那么也就是说 CH3 干丝应该对人体是无害的，而且呢，凯斯先生也说过 CH3 干丝相当于是糖，那么这个 CH 干丝应该可以作为补充人体的食物的能源吗？
The next question is the CO2 gas is at the same level of the amino acid of human body, so CH3 should be also at the similar level. And the question is if CH3 gas also safe.
Can you repeat that again, please?
Yeah. It says CO2 gas is at the same magnetic field level with amino acid of human body, so CO2 gas is safe to a human. So the CH3 gas should be also is also on the same level. So if CH3 gas,
it's not. It's not. No way. No
啊
way.
no, OK.
No way.
开始说这个不是相同的这个层次上边。And the question is,
yeah, wait.
you said, OK.
1 second, please. Let me explain something. Let's add to the knowledge. I'll try to put the camera on that you can see. Then where we can go explain this. This is something which I have never explained, but this maybe it's time to add to the knowledge. If you look at here, if I write, I'm here. Okay. If you look at the CO2, you have C. We are looking at the plasmatic mass. And then you look at the C. I put the C on the same side. We put the O on the same side. We put at N and we put a H. You see the gravitational magnet. This is a CO2. Yeah? And this is amino acid. Just have a look exactly why accidentally you think you capture or you attract amino acid to the surface of the water of your container. Look at the link. Carbon, oxygen, hydrogen is 1, nitrogen is 14, oxygen is 16. If you look at the atomic, what do you call it, the plasmatic mass, this is 15 and this is 16. So if you understand the total gravitational magnetic field mass of amino acid is just about the same as gravitational magnetic field mass of the CO2. And this is the reason why when you have your containers where you put the plates in, when you have a copper nano-coated, and when you have a what they call, let's say, zinc plate or nickel plate, the gravitational magnetic field of the CO2, which is getting attracted, created in this environment, is near enough as that, as the water or as the CO2 is entering the, what do you call it, the water, its gravitational magnetic field, plasmatic magnetic field, is just about the same as CO2. As you see here, one is, if you go by the mass is 32 plus 12 is 48. Here is 47. And then if you look at it, that's 16 plus
44
16.
first.
Sorry, it's 44 and 43. So what you get is near enough, because of the near enough gravitational magnetic plasmatic field strength, as the CO2 enters, gets attracted, so does the other combination, and that's why you get on the water your amino acid. So in fact, the CO2 which you absorb, or you create a condition to extract CO2, creates a condition for amino acid to be attracted or be created on top of the water. That's the only reason when you see the amino acid and a CO2 together. And then in the process of the gaseous state of the amino acid in conjunction with nickel or copper or zinc, any of them, which connects an energy source and a stability condition to the amino acid, then the process of the replication starts. Because now you have energy, you have to connect, and then the connection comes through the copper link of the whole lot, the carbon link of the whole lot. So now maybe for the first time you understand why you have always what you call the amino acid or like a fat layer on top of the water while you're extracting CO2. When you choose or you produce other materials, unknowingly you create a fraction of magnetic field of the CO2 at the same time in your containers too. And that's why the reason you still see amino acid. If you analyze the leftover in copper oxide, you always have some CO2. Because that kind of environment is constantly created and partially is due to the salt which is in the water, which enforces this conversion extraction of the CO2 from the environment. And because you still have the salt in any of your combination of plates and a nano-coated copper, you still extract fat on the top or amino acid or creation of amino acid. In a way, by creating the gravitational magnetic field of CO2 in your container, you create near enough environment to extract amino acid or create amino acid, and that's how life started on this planet. Now try to translate, Lisa, please.
简单说一下，刚才开始先生说呢，我们需要补充一些和干湿相关的一些知识。那么其中呢，就是大家注意到为什么我们会一开始就关注这个 CO2 的干湿，是因为 CO2 的干湿的分子量，我们把这个元素拆开，它是44，然后呢，氨基酸呢也是 CHON， 那么它这个4个元素的分子量加在一起呢，也是44。也就是说，为什么我们会提到一直会用到这个二氧化碳干湿作为很多这个跟健康、还有医疗、还有和食物的制造是有关的。那么也就是说，它们的分子量是相近的，这是一个很重要的一点。然后呢，就是我可能翻译的不全我们事后再翻译，现在简单说一下。那么我们在这个盒子里面，我们用的铜板或者镍板呢，那么它在吸引二氧化碳的进入到这个环境中的时候呢，它同样就会同时会产生这个蛋白质就是氨基酸的这个分子。所以呢，当这个盒子里面的水的盐的这个浓度不同的话呢，那么可能我们会得到不同的这样一个组合比例。可能翻译的不全，我们事后再补充。谢谢。Go ahead, please.
Okay, so when you look at the structure, when you create a CO2, amino acid, or CH3, I try to come up that you can see, you will see that in all of them, the carbon is a connector, is a line of communication, conductivity of the energy, and the hydrogen is a link up of the energy. And whenever you see amino acid with surplus or extra gravitational magnetic field of the hydrogen, this is where the amino acid becomes the energy consumer, and it gives it a chance to divide, to multiply. The energy for multiplication to create a second link comes from the CH3 or the gravitational magnetic field extra at the level of CH3, which surplus hydrogen is available for absorption into the structure, is created, that replication is allowed. That's why what you call sugar, CH3, the initial sugar which initiated life, operates this way. Because the carbon and one hydrogen lock, as a field strength in that level, they have a common denominator. Now the gravitational magnetic field of equal to 2 hydrogen, not in a molecular but in a plasmatic magnetic field strength, is available for the amino acid to consume or to share. And that's why we use sugar to create energy to do things. This is where the combination comes in. And that's why in most of the sugar CH bonds we find the energy delivery. The carbon becomes the connector. The hydrogen, plasmatic magnetic field, it becomes a lock. It's like a common denominator between the two. So as the nitrogen and oxygen gravitational magnetic field are much stronger than the gravitational magnetic field of 2 hydrogen, so they attract and they pull the two together. So the 2 hydrogen gravitational magnetic field becomes a supplier to the whole structure, and that's why in human life or in life on this planet we use CH bond as energy, because the clear condition is your carbon as a common denominator and the hydrogen. This is your base common denominator. So whatever H or whatever else you put in between, adding to the gravitational magnetic mass, because of the common denominator, very simply your, what do you call it, nitrogen and the hydrogen and oxygen in the amino acid use it due to the gravitational magnetic pull to themselves, and once they receive this, they consume it. So it allows the what we call transfer of plasmatic magnetic field from the sugar to the amino acid, or allows it to become active and be able to be used. When you add nuclear radiation of a high division, using these 2 extra hydrogens, this allows and creates another CO2 condition which is within the structure of the amino acid of the body, allows creation of another amino acid. And this condition of CO2 in the body, that's why you see it to be exhaled out, is the common denominator of sodium, the salt, or potassium. Anything which gives you OH, again creates the reversal. In the amino acid, you have, with the sugar, you have a CNH. With the salts, you have a H and O. And then the common denominator between the nitrogen and the carbon with the salts, then the salts become the link up for the division and extraction. And that's why the salts are the stabilizers in the structure of the human body. And they dictate different salts, what elements are created in the body as a stabilizer, because of this common factor. In all of these processes, you find 2 line of common line, and then the gravitational magnetic field of the environment dictates how the material connects. Do you want to translate this? Sorry about this, it's long, but it had to be translated this way. I couldn't be explained in pieces.
Lisa，
OK，
你能翻译吗？
这个二氧化，那你翻吧，你翻也可以，我翻吧，我先翻。这个二氧化碳，还有这个就是氨基酸，还有这个 就是 CH3 嘛，它们有一个共同的这个连接点，就是它们都具有碳。然后呢，它们还有另外一个，这个呢是作为连接，然后另外的它们有一个氢来对它们进行锁定。所有的这个就说在任何这个氨基酸和这个之间的话呢，因为就是有了这个就是 CH3 嘛，CH3 里边这2个氢可以作为连接，可以和另外的这个就是 CO2 联合起来，再形成新的氨基酸。同时呢，这个氢呢是作为这种可以把这个糖变成氨基酸的这个能量，这个是传递吗？你再补充一下吧。
就是说，因为在人体里面，糖分为什么会成为一个能量的最主要的供给？是因为呢，糖呢，它的主要的能源就蕴藏在它的碳氢键里面。那么通过这个刚才所说的这个氨基酸和 CH3，它们这个碳氢的锁定和氢的等离子体的一个共享和利用的话，那么这个氢就可以作为一个能量来成为。就是相当于把这糖里面的氢，碳氢键里面的氢或的能量拿出来进行这个身体里面这些氨基酸的产生和转化。Lisa， 还补充吗？
没了，可以。
还有下一段。
Can I carry on?
Yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Okay. Now what you see in the salts which you use, like in sodium, NaOH, the sodium again is about 22.98 or just about 23. You have a carbon of mass of 12, nitrogen of mass of 14. This is about 26. And this mass of what you call sodium allows a condition of extra 3 hydrogen, which can and allows to link up with the carbon to give you the CH3. So the system becomes self-sufficient in feeding once the process is in the presence of CO2, NaOH, and at the same time what you call CH3. And then this is how the process of life starts. And which these altogether leads to what you call the COHN, which is the amino acid. These, the combination, one pulls, so CO2 extracts, creates a condition. The salt creates the binding and separation. And then in the presence of the salt with the same amino acid, with a carbon CO2 which is given out, it gives you additional gravitational magnetic field of the water and CH3. So once with the presence of the salt and the two metals which created the gravity, the cycle of life starts. So every component within the structure is part of the original life, creation of life on this planet. And it is pure, and it's digestible, and it's part of the structure, which in the coming time, as I explained earlier with the spin-offs, we show how each one can be used to create such a environment of food production in a very simple way. The whole process on Earth for the creation of life is dependent on the presence of carbon. Without carbon, there is no gravitational magnetic field environment to be able to extract or create the gravitational magnetic field of the amino acid. And in the presence of sodium, the same carbon CO2, when it interacts and it comes in the magnetic field, gravitational field, creates the condition for sugar, basic life sugar, which is CH3, to be created. So with the salts and the presence of carbon, don't look at this in a chemical combination. Everything which I've explained has to be looked at as a plasma interaction, gravitational magnetic field, mass of the plasmas. Chemically, it does not make sense. It does not show how. But if you understand the way I explain gravitational magnetic mass, then you understand how easy life is replicable, the same as on Earth, anywhere in the universe. You have to find the right combination and the right gravitational magnetic field. You want to translate?
那么刚才开始先生说呢，接着刚才的话题就是，这个氨基酸，还有这个 CH3，还有这个相关的这些二氧化碳，那它们之间的转化呢，实际上是包括3个方面，一个呢就是这个二氧化碳它的这个所产生的这个磁引力场的强度，它可以产生这么一个环境，可以吸引相同的，就是像氨基酸这样的这个磁引力场强度。那么它们这个碳呢是作为一个最重要的一个基础，因为有了碳有了氢，才有了我们这个地球上生命的这个初始的连接。那么二氧化碳呢的存在呢，再加上水，再加上这个盐分的一个存在，那么其中这个像这个氯化钠、像盐还有钾这些盐类呢，是为这个这些就是我们所说的这个二氧化碳也好，这个 CH3 也好，或者是氨基酸也好，它们的分裂和合并都是需要这个盐的环境，所以盐呢是提供了一个让它们去组合、去进行这个变化转化的一个环境。那么通过这样一个过程呢，实际上就是我们这个地球的生命产生的一个最初始、最开始的一个过程。那么通过利用如果我们理解了这个过程去学会了怎么样去制造一些类似的这样一个磁引力场环境，我们就能够用一个很自然、很简单的一个方法去进行食物的生产也好，去进行蛋白质的制造也好，都可以进行。那么里面呢，实际上在这个地球上来讲，最重要一点就是这个碳。如果没有碳的存在呢，就无法产生出这个创造生命所需要的这个磁引力场的环境，就无法去吸引或者是去合并，或者是利用水或者盐的环境呢，去创造氨基酸的磁引力场。所以呢，我们会用到盐，还有这个和碳有关的，包括二氧化碳 CH3，都可以。这些化学成分呢，实际上就是每一个都对我们的生命的创造呢，都有很重要的一个意义。然后呢，最后一点就是所有的这些我们所说到的这些，刚才说到的二氧化碳、氨基酸也好，它们都是通过等离子体的磁引力场等离子性磁引力场的方式来进行组合和变化的，就是它们并不是我们平常所理解的这些分子原子的这样一个方式，它们是通过磁引力场的这么一个组合、分裂和它的互换，那么才实现了这些以上的这些变化，包括生命的产生。OK, go ahead. Okay, Mr. Cash.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to switch on my microphone. I switched off while you were speaking. So now, if we can create a condition in the reactors, in the star formation reactors, which we put and a newer star formation which have another 6, which creates or can create a gravitational magnetic field of the amino acid in the center and a gravitational magnetic field of CH3, which is the energy supply around it, or vice versa, then you can see how in your dynamic plasma reactors star formation, especially with the one which Armin and Marco have shown in the past week, which is in the center of the core of SS1, by creating a double layer or even a triple layer to allow creation of gravitational magnetic field of field available for ionization and division of the CH3, we can create life within the structure of the space reactors. We do not need to have the CH3, we do not need to have the amino acid to lead to creation of life in the space. Within the free plasma environment and the layers of plasma environment which we are creating now in the reactors in the SSI-1, if we can create the gravitational magnetical field of the plasma of amino acid, and we can sustain feeding it with another gravitational magnetic field equal to CH3, and we can create a layer or interaction layer from one of the reactors to be able to give enough fields to the amino acid, man can create life from zero anywhere in the universe. And we do not need the man, the father and the mother and what you call sexual activities to create life. Because this way you create the seed, the essence of creation from the plasma, and then you can allow it to manifest itself as an entity. And this is how easy it is. You create the gravitational magnetic field of the amino acid, you create gravitational magnetic field of the sugar, and a division capability through a third layer that can reach. You, in fact, what you do, you put the division on one side, you put the amino acid inside, and you feed the center with the sugar, with CH3 amino acid. Then you create life, you create division. And this is how entities in the universe with intelligence exist without the physicality. Do you want to translate? Anybody wants to translate?
Yeah, yes. 刚才说到这个，我们如果当我们在太空中的时候呢，我们没有地球的这个环境，那么我们怎么样去生产这个蛋白质和生命呢？那么实际上就是我们看到的这个星体组合中，那么实际上我们可以造出更多的这个适应力场的组合。那么通过这个反应器呢，我们可以做这个双层甚至是3层的这个反应。那么就我们通过创造一个和这个氨基酸的等离子体相同的一个环境，那么通过我们反应器呢，就可以就是刚才所说的这个过程，通过这个 CH3 这个中介体的一个这个电离和它的这个和我们在反应器所创造的这个氨基酸等离子体的环境呢，我们就可以在这个太空中，在环境中从这个 零就是从这个空间中，从空里面去生产出这个我们想要的这个等离子体，那么也就是说我们能够创造出生命的最基本的这个元素，也通过这样一个方式呢，人类可以在宇宙的任何地方去生存甚至我们不需要通过这个我们平常的这个方式不需要通过这个父亲母亲去生育我们的孩子，我们甚至可以通过在宇宙的这个反应器的方式呢，可以产生出这个我们的生命的种子。那么然后呢，通过这个反应器呢，比如说开始举了一个例子，就是我们创造出一个氨基酸的这个磁引力场，然后呢就可以把通过反应器的组合呢，把让这个氨基酸呢就会在这个反应器组合里面产生，然后呢到最后呢就是糖的成分就会在这个反应器组合的内部。那么实际上通过这样的方式呢，我们就产生出了不同的在宇宙中产生出了我们所需要的东西，产生出了生命。Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
And how simple of any.
I think we've lost the Spaceship Institute there for a brief moment. Bear with us.
We can ask the last question.
No, we don't have Mr. Kesh here right now. We've lost the Spaceship Institute temporarily. See if they come back in.
开始先生断线了。那么通过教学呢，开始先生回来了。
Hello, Mr. Kesh, are you there? Come in, Spaceship Institute. We're having a little trouble pulling in the Spaceship Institute here. A bit of a bad connection. Bear with us.
Hello?
Hi, Mr. Kesh.
Back.
Mr.
Somehow I
Kesh.
got lost. Was it my side or your side got disconnected? Side, yeah. Gods don't like the secrets to be given away, they disconnect you. So, yeah, but the reality is that the situation with the star formation, as a lot of people think it'll be, it's only for energy production and for lift. Now we have opened a new door. As we said at the beginning of this year, we opened all the doors in one go. And this is what we are doing, and this is what we are achieving. And this is how it's going to be. Now you can see you do not need the copper oxide or the water to create a protein. By the three dynamic plasmatic magnetic fields, the star formation, you can create sustained life and create life in the space. Do you want to translate?
开始先生回来了，然后继续解释到上面那个问题，就是实际上开始基金会呢已经把这个知识的大门呢打开了很多的方向。那么也就是说我们在之前的教学里面我们会讲到用这个铜、纳米铜还有这个水还有盐去生产这个蛋白质，但实际上呢，如果通过开始基金会现在公布的这个星体组合的反应器组合呢，我们同样可以生产出这样一个磁引力场的环境，那么使得我们可以在任何的地方在太空中任何地方都可以生产出这个我们所说的蛋白质还有这个所谓的食物，还有各种各方面的这个物质的生产。所以星体组合呢是一个非常重要的一个未来的一个方向。Okay, go ahead, Mr. Cash.
So now you can see the structure and the reality about the working and application of the dynamic reactors. And now we bring the knowledge from the CO2 and the GANs in collaboration with the dynamic reactors to show how life, food and energy and everything else can be produced through one dynamic reactor at the same time, even sometimes. Do you want to translate?
那么从开始基金会的这个现在的一些研究呢，那么我们可以通过这种星体组合，或者说一个通过以二氧化碳干丝为基础的这样一种反应器的组合呢，我们就可以去制造我们所要生产的这些能量也好，还有包括食物也好，包括其他的各种方面的东西都可以通过这个组合形成。而且呢，以后这个反应器呢可能会能够实现在这一个动态的反应器中去实现所有的这些目的，所有的这些功能。Okay, Mr. Cash.
Okay, next question. It's the last question before we go on the medical.
Yeah, we've got maximum 5 minutes left here.
Yeah, you do not need to switch off to go to the medical. You can carry on translating on your channel if you want the medical side directly to Chinese. This is why we are doing these courses. Once we finish with Chinese, it doesn't mean in the background if you have a setup on a Chinese live stream, if you can run it, you carry on translating the health section.
开始先生说待会儿我们就会开始这个医疗的教学。如果说中国团队的还在的话，那么到时候教学同样也可以进行翻译。OK。
Yes, if it works, that they can carry on. Now that we do 2 or 3 different languages in one afternoon, it doesn't mean that the knowledge has to stop. We can spread the knowledge directly if they can be done. If you can make arrangements for it to be done in the background.
Yeah, we'll work on that for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to ask the last question and then we go to the health section, or do you want to stop?
If it's a quick question, maybe we can get it in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah. It must be a quick question. The question is that when you absorbing the CO2 gas and you can add the acid or the I can how is it in English?
I can translate it. The CO2 gas we obtain is when we add acid in it, it's become transparent. So I want to know whether it's means is gas or not. And he's asking you the CO2 gas you got when you add acid or alkaline will change become to transparent also or not?
No, we have seen transparent gases, but the CO2, we even tried the acid from a car battery, trying to change the characteristics of the gas. And when you add the acid, look at the plasmatic magnetic field of the acid and look how that gravitational magnetic field can add to the plasma of the GANs that it makes it to become like transparent. You'll find out most of the CO2s which have addition like the calcium to them, they show different colors on in the spectrum of the colors in respect to the gravitational magnetic field of their plasma. We have tested acids, different kind of acids, and we never seen changes. But you see some they become transparent, and that's not all of them. And it's to do with what you add in by adding the acid as a matter to a GANs. The fields of the matter released or the gases released by the field released by the GANs of the CO2 allows transparency, which means they take more or they receive more. And the transparency, you have to understand what it means in the world of plasma. The transparency means if you look at the reactors which you had and you put water in it, and you saw a plasma sphere in the center of the core, it's transparent. This means more or less the fields of the acid are very much the same or equal or near enough, create a condition that the fields of the plasma of CO2 comes literally to the surface at the point of the contact with the acid. So you create like a bubble, empty plasma inside, what you call a hollow plasma. The same as what you see in the transparent cores, where you see the bubbles. The boundary of the bubble and transparency of the gases in the acid is exactly the same principle. This happens quite often, but then it's not that your amino acid is empty, it's just that the plasmatic field is inlined in a way that it comes to the boundary. Exactly what you see in your transparent dynamic cores when you put the GANs and you saw the bubble in the middle. The boundary of the bubble. I hope this answers your question. Do you want to translate?
这一段呢，我们因为时间到了这个医疗教学的部分，所以我们这一段的解答，我们在事后呢再进行翻译，那么也不耽误开始基金会的下一个教学。Okay, Mr. Cash. We will translate this after the workshop. Rick.
Very good, thank you. So I guess
it's
we'll
okay,
end.
You can translate to them, there is no problem. That's why we're here. We carry on with the live stream. We go on the live stream in the medical side now.
Yes, that's right. We'll restart the live stream on the
we
the
just
medical.
changed the jacket.
That's right. Put on a different hat.
Yes, let's just do the quick ending, and then we'll restart that. We'll see in the meantime, Rick, if we can get if the Chinese want to be able to translate. I'll see about keeping them on, but putting them in the background. We'll see about that. Okay. In the meantime,
that'd be great. Thanks, Vince. Okay, let's end this workshop. This is the 4th Chinese Knowledge Seekers Workshop. And thank you everybody for attending, and hope you also attend the health workshop coming up right after this. Okay, bye for now.
那么第4次的中国教学就到这里。那接下来呢，将进行开始基金会的医疗教学部分。谢谢大家的参与。